Hi, I'm Steve Becker. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in Westfield, New Jersey. I'm in private practice for the last 25 years or so. I've written a book called The Inner World of the Psychopath, a definitive primer on the psychopathic personality. I've had a clinical interest in the subject of psychopathy, sociopathy, or psychopaths, sociopaths, making no distinction between the two personalities. I've done quite a bit of blogging on the subject, and I've made a number of these YouTube videos which were very unscripted, quite spontaneous actually, but the aim being to educate the lay public, as my book's purpose was, the lay public on who psychopaths, sociopaths are, their mentalities. I want to address in this video, just elaborate a little bit on a video that I made a year or two ago on the subject of psychopaths' capacity to love. So I just want to kind of hit that again concisely. I would say that, and let me just quickly sort of reestablish and define, pretty simply what we mean when we talk about somebody who's a psychopath or a sociopath. We're really talking about an individual who has a capacity to exploit others without remorse, without conscience. Psychopaths are individuals who have the capacity to target something that they want from someone else, sometimes from systems, but most importantly from others. Things that don't belong to them, but that they want, and as I say, selectively to target a vulnerable individual or individuals and take something from them that doesn't belong to them. And so that very capacity, to exploit others, even irregularly, infrequently, selectively, and to do so knowing that you are transgressing someone's boundaries, space, security, dignity, and not to lose sleep over it, is the essence of really what I think what the psychopath's mentality is. Psychopaths, sociopaths aren't doing this 24/7, obviously, and hence they are often not so easily recognized because they're otherwise appearing often to lead pretty normal lives, and so this basically is what we mean when we talk about psychopaths, sociopaths. Now, I would say that the very capacity to exploit others unconscionably requires a lack of depth emotionally. Psychopaths notably and strikingly will lack emotional depth. And again, the lack of emotional depth becomes at least, or sort of enables at least, in part, the capacity to exploit someone else, without feeling horrible about oneself. And so, I think that when we talk about love and the capacity to love, that's a complex question. Love means different things to different people. There are different, scales of love. So very few things in life are black and white, including, the whole question of love and what constitutes love. But I would say that to love someone deeply, anyone deeply, requires a certain emotional depth. And I think we can establish pretty conclusively that psychopathic individuals or sociopathic individuals lack in a really tremendously serious way. They lack emotional depth. They're missing emotional depth, and that would leave them incapable, really, of bringing any depth to loving anyone. And so I would say that it's pretty safe to say, as I concluded in my prior video, that psychopathic individuals will not be capable of loving anyone deeply. Again, subject to be further explored, but I want to keep it, pretty basic for now. Thanks a lot. See you soon.